And I have roofers telling homeowners, recommended, hey, what are you looking for? If you're looking for this, you do better auction calling Pride Roofing. I got all the roofing companies recommending us. Back when I was married, a newborn baby, my roof leaked. It was a 100-year-old house, and way before I was in roofing. Not a very good feeling when water's pouring around the new baby and all that. I believe, and Alex and I believe, everybody should have a good foundation and a good dry roof. So no matter if I sell the roof, if I sell a job for 360 a square, for example, most profit is, let's say, $90 to $100 square profit. If I sell a silver package, I still profit between 70 and 75. So I only live in 15 bucks in the table.
All right, guys, this is going to be one of the spiciest podcasts of the month. And before we start, I want to give a huge shout out to Radiance ERP for sending me this awesome hoodie. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do more of this. So if you have awesome gear and I talk about something comfortable, something you want to wear, I'll wear it on my podcast, on my radio show. Send me your hoodie. I'll rep for you and I'll give you the shout out. Raul, thank you for this. This is extremely comfortable. Now, the story today is absolutely crazy for a lot of you. This is the Facebook comments that we're going to be reading. So the name of the company is Pride Roofing. Someone sent me a billboard a couple of weeks ago advertising $210 per square. And of course, that post went viral, over 150 comments. People were asking, hey, how can you stay in business at $210? That's our price cost. So people accuse them to do something illegal. People accuse them that this is just marketing gimmick and they don't sell it for that price. They don't do the work at that price. Well, you're about to listen to the conversation with the both owners because they called me. They're like, Dimitri, we want to explain ourselves. We want to come to your show. I received a call yesterday. And today we're doing this podcast. It's emergency podcast on a hot topic. Comment below if you think you can make money charging $210 in your market. I'll read all of my comments and you enjoy the conversation. All right, Alex and Michael. Let's start with your guys' story. Thank you so much for doing this. What are your roles? Are you business partners? Or I thought, I talked to Alex before, but Michael, what do you do?
Yes. According to Alex, not a whole lot. We're business partners. We've been together 10 years now. And my background is I actually worked at Atlas Roofing. I handled all the finances out of the Meridian, Mississippi plant. Long story short, I wanted to get out of the corporate world, responded to an ad, an outside salesman in the newspaper. It was a small roofing company. In my first job, I sold 3 and had to have them installed fairly quickly. 2 metal jobs and 1 shingle job, and I met Alex in the front yard. It was his crew, and that's how we met. And he was becoming Catholic, so I became his sponsor, his godfather. So I'm his godfather. So God put it all together. So we've been together 10 years now, and we work together. I sell. I do a lot of the insurance stuff, the billing. I'm in the field as well. Working with reps. I'm good at door knocking. Always been good. My background is I'm a CPA actually by trade, but I made more money in roofing.
I see.
So I worked at Atlas for years and learned a lot about roofing. So that's kind of my background.
So Pride Roofing is 10 years old. Is that what you guys formed, Pride Roofing?
Yes, Alex actually formed it probably 10 and a half years ago. And I came in, him and his wife had it, and there was one other person, and I was the 4th one to come in.
I only had one job in my life, and that's roofing. When I decided that I'm not going to school, that I don't want to go to school no more, I jump in this industry though, and that's all I know how to do. That's roofing. We're not a roofing company that just create like most of the roofing companies in this industry. There's somebody respond to either ND or they go work for other roofing companies and they learn how to open the door, right? That's the first thing that they learn. Companies hire sales rep to go out, chase storms, bang on doors, and offer homeowners, basically a representation that they can represent it to the insurance company, and they can put the roof on. They hire some roof subcontractors to do the work, and they do all the sales and all the stuff though. That's not how private roofing work. We got in a background that we do everything. I mean, from picking the trash to carrying the bundles of shingle in the back and put it on the roof and nail it. Open and close. Remove and replace. Um, when I decided I work for probably 35 different roofing companies in Louisiana State as a subcontractor back in the days doing the installation. And one day I decided, me and my wife, and I said, you know what, I want to open my own roofing company, but it could be complete different. I want to separate myself for every roofing company. So I know how everybody was doing it. I was working for 35 different roofing companies doing the label part. And I said, I don't want to be the company. I want to be a company that, because I see companies come and go, have a great years, and then they change the name. They're still operating, but they open a different LLC. I don't know why, what reasons, but I see that coming a lot in this industry. So I was looking to form some that is a repeat business, right? With the community and help the community. The 210 square, if you read the billboard, it says start at 210 square. And if this is some that we have on those companies to offer, though, now do we make the living doing silver package? No. That's what we target every single day? No. But it is an auction that we have, though. It's kind of like a car dealership, right? A salesman. You want to be the number one car salesman. You want to sell nothing but Raptor, brand new, and all that. But if you got a client that works to your dealer and they only can afford a $10,000 car, 200,000 miles, you selling cars. End of the day, you want to provide the wheels for the homeowner, for the customer. Also, we want to provide the roof. We want to have auctions that say, hey, wait a minute, you can afford that? Okay, we got this. We want you to be on those customer lists. And that's why we look out for people. That's not what we do. Like I said, not every single roof that we do every single day is being on a silver package, but we do some. We do have that option on those companies, though. That if there's that single mom that they don't have no money, roof is leaking, we go to the full blown inspection, make sure that you qualify to have a silver package, and we offer to it. Okay, that's it's not illegal. What we're doing, it's just an auction.
No, no. Well, nobody ever. I don't think I've heard anybody says that what you did is illegal. Unless I'll look at the comments, maybe it did come there. But
You and there that have to be legal.
yeah, no, I've never said it. My next question is, what Louisiana roofing culture look like? I travel all the time, all over the country, and some markets are tougher than another. How would you describe Louisiana right now? Is it competitive? Is it family oriented? Is it cutthroat market? I know some markets like Dallas are extremely competitive. What's Louisiana look like?
On the roof industry, it slowed down a lot because the storm. And we had two major hurricanes back to back. Laurel and Ida. Uh, Laurel affect Lake Charles all the way to Lafayette, and Ida affect from Lafayette all the way to the borderline. The Slidell. So what they've been saying is 90% of the, or probably 90% of the homes that got new roof because those storms. But those roofs got, the majority of it got replaced with companies that they came out of town, storm chasers. So a lot of them, I mean, we've been going back and fix brand new roofs though, because out of town companies did it and they're not around anymore. After the storm, everybody got a hammer and a few nails and they call themselves a roofer, right? So that's why I'm here. I'm not looking to this. I'm not gonna do all the homes in Louisiana, but at least I want to look over for the community that I live on, and make sure that the roofs get done right and the people save whatever they need to save.
What was the best year so far in the past 10 years, and what was the hardest year for you in business?
Uh, probably be probably 2019. I would say probably 19.
That was the best or the worst?
The worst, probably the worst that
The
we had.
worst. The worst. What happened in 2019?
2019. Yeah, I think it was COVID, and beside that, it was the company was not knowing like it is now. We barely was started putting boards and started, the small advertising, and it was a door-to-door sale kind of thing still. Uh, but I think around that time, that's when we got hit with the storm in Lakeshore, and we did went over there and work. We put an office in Lakeshore, and we worked over there for I think a year and a half, and then Ida hit, and we moved back to home base. And it's up and down. It's never been exact the same, but we've been doing roofs. I don't think we never be a week that we don't do a roof job for the past 10 years. Some week we do more roofs than other weeks, but we still move us equipment.
And
I see.
Dimitri, back to the private roofing name real quick. Alex and his wife Jessica came up with that name, probably close to 11 years ago. But the motto is that goes along with that name is a job well done is a job done with pride.
Take pride in your work.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's kind of how it relates to that.
yeah.
Last year we didn't set any home run. We didn't make a whole lot of home runs. It was a pretty tight year as well. 4 years ago we bought Crown Metals and Trim out of right down the road. And I guess you would call that vertical integration. So it's nice when you can sell to your roofing competitors. They come to Crown Metals and buy metal. So let's say they beat you on a bid, but then they'll come and buy from you. And that's what's happening. So that allowed us to get through some of the hard times because we have a metal distribution company.
I see. Do you do a lot of metal yourself? What's the most popular product you sell? Is it asphalt or metal?
Still asphalt shingles, metal is catching up. I can see the market's changed a lot over the last
Oh
five
yeah,
years.
the change is growing.
More and more
It's
people want
growing.
metal and on their barns too. We build barns,
Yeah, we
man
have a couple
caves,
panels here. Is it simple?
commercial buildings, we build those.
How many crews are you running right now? How big is the company? Do you have like, I mean, I don't know anything about Pride Roofing, so I don't know if you like giant there, if you have like two sales guys, five sales guys, if you have five crews, one crew. Just give me, I don't need the numbers per se, but like just give me idea what kind of operation you guys running. Just curious.
We have 7 shingle crews. We got two metal crews. When they come to salesmen, we have I think 17 right now. 17 sales reps, and
We've had 33 at one point, 33 sales.
33 and 14 roofing crews we have at one point. 14 roofing crews
Wow.
and 4 metal crews.
That's on the higher end. That's like that makes you one of the, I would say 5-10% of the industry, like with those kind of operation. Love it. With your permission, I would like to talk a little bit about Billboard, and I would like to start with my perception. This is what I said publicly. So I do a lot of marketing calls. So I do private coaching, and this is just my take. Nothing to do against you, whatever. Like when I saw it, that was my immediate reaction. I said that most homeowners do not know the price, right? Like $210, it means nothing. So every roofer knows it, right? Like roofers knows the going rate. Homeowners don't know. They know their roof is 10,000. Homeowners think more of average cost, how much roof costs, 10, 15,000, 20,000. That's homeowners information. They don't even know how big their roof is. Like they know it's, oh, my house is 2,000 square feet. How big my roof is? Like, I don't know. It could be 30, 40 squares, right? So I told my clients, my students, I said, guys, stop doing ads, like stop talking to homeowners like they're roofers. They don't know what square means. They don't know what square feet. Like you have to educate them. So when I saw that, that's the only reaction I had. That was not necessarily like homeowner don't know. Like homeowner might think that the roof might be 110 or 150 and it's too expensive. Like they just don't know what they don't know. But the roofers on another side, and this is why it got so much attention. We did one video a year ago with the Jay-Z Domingos out of Texas, and he was selling at 265, and it went viral because a lot of roofers like, this is race to the bottom, and this is too cheap, and you can't stay in business like that. That's why those kind of marketing materials spike the conversation among the roofers, not the homeowners. So I don't think it affects you or homeowners will think you're a bad guy. If anything, I think homeowners will think that you're the Robin Hood. You're giving, everything for cheap, right? Like you're a good guy. I don't think it has negative taste to it, but there's a big conversation in the roofing community about the race to the bottom and being the cheapest bidder and leading with it, telling people like, hey, this is what we do. We have a billboard. We are the cheapest price. I guess my question to you is, what was your intent? Are you trying to position yourself as a cheaper buyer, like trying to be like a Walmart in the marketplace, that we do high volume, that we are Walmart, we're affordable, we're not Louis Vuitton? Because a lot of roofers, they'll say we're Rolls Royce, we are Mercedes Benz, this is our roofs. And everybody has place in the marketplace. Some people are cheap, some people are in the middle, some people are at the top. What was you thinking? Like, not what, like, what's your business model, I guess? Is that how you lead? Is that what you want to be known for?
Uh, yes, I think we want to be we want to be the distribution though. We want to be like you said, the Walmart. Okay,
High volume?
our volume. We happy to. We have a number in mind where Mike will say, "Hey, we're happy to make this much for the roof," and no matter how big the job is or how hard is that the project, we have a number though, but we want to multiply that number. We want to do value. We know we want to cover a lot to communities. To we want to when people know that they're leaking, who's the solution though? It's like Sorper did. Everybody that got water in the house, they know who they call. Sorper. And that's what we want. When somebody started getting roofing leaks, we wanted to think about private roofing. And it's working. It's working, and at least we're in a town that we at, in a city that we consider that we dominated right now. There's plenty of roofers coming from close to city, from neighbor parishes, and I got numerous roofers, there because I'm good friends with all the roofing companies, and they say, hey, every time that we go to this parish, homeowners say, hey, yeah, I'm okay to take in your bid, but I'm still gonna go price to competitive prices. And I have roofers telling homeowners recommend that, hey, what are you looking for? If you're looking for this, you do better auction calling private roofing. I got all the roofing companies recommending us in this parish.
So, do you attract a lot of like builders? Because if I'm a builder, I mean, this is probably price I pay, because I know roofers who charge builders like 250 to 70, right? Do you attract realtors, builders, or like who is your not target audience, but who do you usually get with those kind of advertising?
Yeah, builders know what square means. They deal with roofers and all those subcontractors all the time, though. So yeah, they call. They make they definitely we definitely get calls from building. contractors, developers.
Okay, I want to answer.
Some of the advertising is that we want to meet with the customer face to face. So those billboards will help us meet them face to face and then upsell in many cases. Back when I was married, a newborn baby, my roof leaked. It was a 100-year-old house, and way before I was in roofing. Not a very good feeling when water's pouring around the new baby and all that. I believe, and Alex and I believe, everybody should have a good foundation and a good dry roof. Everybody deserves that, to sleep at night without worrying about water getting on your head. So that's why our customer base is all of the above. We do high-end standing seam. We have several standing seam machines. We do some copper standing seam, some high-end stuff down in the French Quarter of New Orleans. So it's really all of the above is how we market,
I want to talk about elephant in the room. And this is, we have like 150 comments, and I'll ask you a few questions about it. But number one, kind of like big question, is what people accused you of, that this is just an ad. They don't do that. So some people said that it's just for the layover. They don't remove it. Or it's just for this and they upsell it. Do you actually do roofs? I understand that you have standing seams and other jobs, but do you actually do jobs for that price and still make money? And if you do, like, what's percentage of the business? Is it like 5% of your business, 10% of your business, 20% of the business? So do you do that price?
2%, 3%. But whoever made those comments did not do their homework. The International Building Code, that's not a Louisiana code. The International Building Code states that one layover is acceptable, and we pull permits on that.
So you do that?
Yes.
Layover.
It's not a large percentage of our business by any means.
Sure.
But we do.
Yeah, we do.
It's legal.
We do.
And you're right. It's in comparison to new construction. As you know, tear off is where the money is on a re-roof. That's where your money is. The trash. And there's no trash.
And this helping
So 210 is the layover price. Is that what I hear? Like, can you remove? I guess my question is, let's say there's a 20 square roof, and you have to remove the shingles and install. What would be your price for that? Be walkable.
Yeah, I've done it for 210 before.
For 210. For 210.
For 210, remove and replace.
We have favorable pricing with our suppliers, but one other thing to remember, Dimitri, if he or I sell it, we don't pay a commission. We don't have to pay a salesman commission. So our margins can be smaller, but we're the owners. We have more room to work with. See?
Yeah. I think the last one we did is about maybe a week. The one we did for Walton's mother, it was the 210 square, and we remove and replace. Yes. We got, like he said, we got, and this is using shingles. Like I told you on your phone, your favorite brand is ICO.
Number one, we don't use number two. This is number one
right here. This is what we use. Brand.
Well, number one is Dynasty. You use Cambridge. That's like number 7. But I like ICO.
Yeah, this is Dynasty if you want to go, a step above. But if you want to stick with it, 210, right.
But what I'm saying is, there's a market in New Orleans. They're selling number 2 by the bundle. We don't use that. We use all number 1 product.
Mm-hmm. There's another question people ask, and I'll just start pounding through them. Ryan Dahmer asks, that's an old sign. Most roofs now are fortified. Talk to me about fortified. Do you do fortified roofs? And what's the reasonable price for, if I call you and say, hey guys, 412, 20 squares, walkable, but needs to be fortified. What's the price for that? Like, how much does price go down to do it fortified system?
Depend on the city. Depend on what city that we're doing it. We check what is the price list and on the tax domain in that city, right? And normally, sometimes, depend how we feel that day, we might go through that, or we just put a number on it. I think it's going rate probably about $380 to $400 a square for fortified, depending on the pitch. how you said 412 pitch. So yeah, probably you can start on 360, 380.
But it's 360. It's almost what?
And with depend what kind of fortify you want. If you
Very
want.
competitive out of New Orleans at 45. There's number one. I just heard yesterday, Louisiana is the fastest growing state with fortified roofs.
Mm-hmm.
A new batch of 1,000 went out today. It's very ultra competitive.
Mhm.
We have to match. We like the last look. Many of our potential customers give us the last look, and we have to. We'll have to go. But some of these guys out in New Orleans are giving stuff away. They really are on a fortified. But that's growing in the future. It's all going to be fortified eventually. I predict 10 years or less, everything will be fortified.
Got it. Well, it's already a big difference. So if we talk about 210 for regular and 360 at 45, it's more like a reality. I guess it's still cheap, even 360 is cheap, but you see how we arrived from 210 to 360 so fast? I have a question. Li King asking, call and ask about their silver package. See what that's about. I have no idea what silver package is. Do you have an idea what he's talking about? Silver package?
The silver package.
Yeah, he said call and ask about their silver package and see what that is about. What's silver package?
The silver package. What is it?
That's what we're talking about, the overlay.
It's not
Overlay.
just the overlay. What is
Ah.
that paper in the law that we print? We got it here. Put it in your hand. And you got it. No? Okay. Yeah, the silver package. Silver package is it's not have to be necessarily nailed over though. Okay. Silver package it can be a nail over or it can be remove and replace. Okay. It's depend what package we put together for the homeowner though. Okay. Depend how the house is, how the roof is. If they have a bunch of valleys, if they have a bunch of flashing that need to be done. Okay. If it had drip edge, so most of the time the drip edge is still reusable. So all those things we factor all that stuff and see, hey, you know what? This house would probably qualify for a nail over. This one maybe we have to be removed. For this a four gable roof, there is no flashing, no fireplace, no all that, no valley. We might remove and replace for 210 square. Okay. So it's not necessarily a nail over, but if that's the route that we go, it's legal.
Is there what about ICO warranty? Do they? I know that you said that because in most states, like in Minnesota, we cannot do layovers, and mainly in Florida, you cannot do layovers. Seems like in Louisiana you can do layover, which is for me personally. But what about manufacturer? Do manufacturer issue warranties on layovers?
Yes, sir. IKO is.
IKO, okay. Let me see.
Yeah, and this is that.
Man, some of the comments I'm just reading here, they're so funny. Like people, This is roofing industry. They just like to roast. Like you can also get you can get 20 rabbis for $40.
If you see, we never respond or we never comment anything. I never respond. I got people over there saying, hey, when they go comment, what if they call and interview, yada yada. I don't comment that because.
No, I get it. But I like this comment. It's exactly my point earlier. Kevin Roberts says, most homeowners have no idea what a square is and what a fair price per square is. Marketing 101. Speak their language, not yours. But hey, I love that you put your picture on it. I love that you're both, because that's what I teach. I'm like, no matter what you do, throw your name out there, get.
Yeah. Don't be afraid. Never be afraid who you are and what you're doing.
Someone says that's for investor layover special. Man, people are not giving you any break on the Facebook. But listen, let's.
So who do the best advertiser for us?
Who?
All the roofing companies, the competition. They talk about me all the time. They make me famous. The competition, not homeowners, co- competition. That's the one that everywhere I go, if I go any roofing show that I go and they see me, even if they don't know the other roofing companies that they have there, they start to chat and say, "Hey, you see the guy over there? That's the guy in the billboard, 210 a square. How he doing it?" But other people hear that, right? And that's who they're making us famous. All the roofing companies.
What? What?
We're the first gringo Chicano, not really Chicano, but we're the first gringo Chicano team around here for 10 years. First one. And most roofing companies fold up shop after a few years or they change the name. We've been steady.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere. We're here.
What do you answer? So, like some roofers do say that it's a race to the bottom. I like it, Chicano and Gringo. But what's your answer to those people who say, "Hey, just race to the bottom"? What's your reply?
No, because I'm making the same. You see, if the average roofing companies around here, they're probably selling jobs for let's say 350, 370 a square. They're probably profiting between 90 and $100. They're profiting per square, right? Uh, and we profiting close to that as well. So no matter if I sell the roof, if I sell a job for 360 a square, for example, most profit is let's say it's 90 to $100 square profit. If I sell a silver package, I still profit between 70 and 75. So I only leave in 15 bucks in the table, and I still putting roofs on, you know. Uh, and you probably question yourself, how did we do that? We got a special treatment with IKO. We're IKO contractors. If somebody is an IKO contractor, they need to go do the homework. I'm not go put it in the air how much I'm paying and how I'm doing it. But if they want to check my record with the manufacturer, they can see how much product I buy during a year and why I give this special. I only pay, and I can tell you what I'm paying for synthetic felt. It costing us about $7 a square for felt. So if I got to remove and replace, because it was costing a little bit more on labor to remove it. But the felt is in the shingle, we saving we find a way to save a lot of money on a product. And the money that we save on a product, we save it to the community, we save it to the homeowner. And we happy for what we're making.
Hey, going back to talking about cars, Dimitri, we can, if you want a Pinto, we'll sell you a Pinto. If you want a Buick, you'll get a Buick. You want a Cadillac, we'll sell you a Cadillac. You want a Rolls, sell you a Rolls. You want a Lamborghini, we'll sell you that too.
Yeah.
What do you want?
And probably most of the contractors that are coming on and that you post, they probably think that we don't have no clue how much money we can give for an insurance claim. Believe me, we know though. The lowest I got from homeowners. Okay, this price is not a price for that I go do it through somebody that file a claim and we represent it and all the stuff. And this is a price that somebody's coming out of pocket though.
Retail.
Right, retail. That somebody have to go to the bank and get the money though. I don't want that money. I want to make sure that I have a dry roof. If the insurance company already is rejecting you 2 or 3 times, and now you receive the letter that you're about to be canceled, you got to put a roof on. Your insurance company is not paying. It's you paying, right? But if you're giving them the option. However, right now you can get this Ford Focus right now, but we go put a new roof. 2 years from now, you don't know what gonna happen. You might get a hailstorm that they go destroy the roof, and now it's time to put a Mercedes on it. That's what we do. We want to have a list of customers that they can trust us. That if you own us umbrella, you're in good hands for the future. Now, 210, that's what we get from homeowners. Insurance companies. I got $1,200 a square from insurance companies.
Well, let me ask you this. So here's the moral dilemma for you to be in your business model, how I see it. And I want to push back a little bit. I want to challenge you, I would say. Homeowner comes to you. Let's talk about this scenario. Homeowner comes to you. They have insurance check. And homeowners do it all the time. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. They want to pocket the money. They want to pocket the difference. They see the price. They're like, hey, give me the estimate. So let's say homeowner did receive a check from insurance company for $1,000 a square. Now you charge $210 a square, so they have $20,000 check, but they can get it for $8,000 with you. They call you, say, we have insurance claim. Give us estimate, right? You can't say, I'm not going to give you the estimate. Here's my price. I'm sorry, my price is work for insurance company, because you contradict yourself. On one end, you say you're willing to help. This is your price. You make money. You make, you just said you make $90 to $100, making $210. But now homeowners say, no, I want to estimate. My adjuster said, get estimate from the roofer. So you're telling me that you're not going to give them estimate because it's insurance claim. Why wouldn't you? Knowing that they're getting $1,000 because you're going to do the job and they're going to pocket 70%. So homeowner will make $10,000 and they'll pay you $10,000.
If the homeowner call and they say, hey, I wanted an estimate, we give the homeowner what they're asking for. If they say, hey, I want an estimate, and I say, and we ask, I said, why you need estimate? You need a roof replacement, or the insurance company forcing you to put in a roof? If the homeowner opened yourself and said, no, I got a claim open, and the insurance company won 3 bids, I said, first of all, wait a minute, why they're forcing you to give 3 bids? You can sue the contractor that you wanted to do business with. That's law. So does that explain you that? But they said no. Okay. However, there's 2 ways that I can help you. I can represent you with your insurance company, and the cost is your roof is your deductible. How much is your deductible? Oh, $3,000. Okay, that's why you got to come out of pocket. If we only get the roof, I'm interested in doing your roof. However, if the estimate come with a lot of other items, I collect whatever is the RCV on your roof. The rest of it, that's on you. I want to be responsible for the roof. I'm a roofing company, though. So if the homeowner opens itself and say, yes, okay, look, they never explained me that, and I put those options on the table. Now, you want the estimate form from me? I'll give you one. If I'm the cheapest one, you call me, but I'm going to explain to you how the insurance will work. If they're asking you for 3 bids because they want to pay the lowest bid, right? They want to pay the lowest bid. But if you already shoot your contractor and you shoot me as a representative, now the insurance company is engaged with me. Engaging with me, and we go push it through it, and now we go see how much we can get from them to put it a roof roll on your roof. And the cost, no matter if you bid is $13,000, they go do 13 minus 3. That's your deductible. Or my bid is.
But do you see the problem here? Because you are that guy who ruins it for other because you already cheapest. You already give them the price. So number one, I think it's a lose-lose situation. Here's why. It's a lose-lose situation because homeowner will always look at you as a greedy person because you advertise $210, but now you said it yourself. I can get $1,200 from insurance company. So now it's a 5x. So they're like, dude, you just told me you can do the job for $210. Why are you giving me price per insurance scope of work? Why you cannot just do it for $210, right? Because they want to keep the money. So you're going to lose because if a homeowner is greedy, say, well, I see the check. I'm not giving you the check. Give me the price. Homeowner will keep $10,000. So that's number one.
By law, they have to pay their deductible. We either do retail jobs or insurance jobs. That's it.
I Michael, but I agree. But the problem is with your pricing, even after they pay their deductible, they still pocket the money. Because if they have, your price is so cheap. If the insurance company gives them $1,200 a square, right? Minus, $2,500 deductible. The gap is so big that no matter how you play it, even if they don't get recoverable depreciation, they still pocketing a couple grand.
Correct. But this is like I said though, it's depend. Every customer is different though. Okay, and you're right though. Every customer when they see the dollar figure, they started going through the head and they started putting in their own plans. And that's what I said to begin with. This depends how if the homeowner open themselves though to say, hey, this is what I got. If they say, hey, I already got a check from the insurance company, I'm like, hey, look, we advertising ourselves a silver package, but this is what a silver packet brings. Okay, if you want to buy that, okay, it's an option. But if you
Uh,
already got to pay for the insurance company, you got an option to do it to do this other level. Okay, this is where we start, and this is where we can be ended.
you know what I'm thinking? I think for your business model, you are a perfect candidate for insurance NPR programs. You know how in many, I don't know if you have them in Louisiana, but in managed repair programs, MRP, and not NPR, MRP programs, because insurance company says, here's what we pay. And usually MRP, they're kind of on the lower end, but insurance companies say, hey, you don't negotiate with us, you work with us, we recommend you. And the price is higher than what you do. But I think if you're willing to work for less than competition and higher volume, insurance MRP programs might be perfect for you because insurance companies will recommend you. I don't know if you guys do that or not, but now I'm thinking because we have those programs here, like up north, like Colorado, Minneapolis, and most companies don't like it because they want to supplement, they want to ask for more, and they're like, well, if you pay me, 5-7 years ago, they were paying like 350, 380 up, like now it's like 450, and some companies did not do it, but I'm just thinking out loud. Now I have another question for you. Do you see yourself as disruptor or problem solver in the industry? Are you trying to disrupt the market or are you solving the problem? How do you see yourself?
Solving the problems in the community though for the low communities. Keep in mind a lot of people that don't even have insurance. So I think, like I said, that is not once again that's not our bread and butter. At least the auction is another department that we have in our business. There's you see everybody that go out in the morning from this office and they go in the field. They don't go and look for silver package though. They're not in the field looking who can afford a silver package. They're in the field looking for people that they need roof and who that we can get a roof through the insurance company, right? Keep in mind, most of the people they're happy to pay you the deductible if the deductible was $2,000, $3,000. But people that they don't have an insurance claim or an insurance fund, they don't want to come out of pocket 25,000.
Got it.
Follow me?
Yes. Yes. What do you think, and what's your answer to people who say you get what you pay for? Maybe about silver package, maybe like lower price. When you hear that, what comes to your mind? What's your response? You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for, but my answer to that is depend how they're looking it up. If they're on around this community, we have numerous times we've been interviewed with local news, where we've been interviewed with sales reps, and we've been interviewed with homeowners. And I don't think they look us that way. You get paid for what you give what you pay for or whatever. Uh, they're they're happy though. We're not perfect. You know, I mean, we're not a company that say, hey, we don't have leaks. We don't get no call backs to go back and fix it. We're roofers. We always go get calls. We always go get leaks. It's like a mechanic. If you're a mechanic and you say, hey, we're gonna be fully greased, that's who you are. So no, we there's different ways to you can see that. We see that people, yeah, they give the as an auction. Some people, how many blue tarps you see around where you at? They pay for the blue tarp, the entire roof. they got what they pay for. They pay for a blue tarp. And
I also want to say, just to be fair for our listeners and people who watch, not all comments are negative. There are also supporters. I want to recognize Paul Spiegel. He said that new construction isn't bad here in South Carolina for 210. So he pretty much says if you do new construction in South Carolina, 210, you can make money. So there's definitely people who do what you do. You're not alone. You're definitely a big minority in the roofing industry. You're definitely not, there's not many of you per se, but just want to like recognize it as I'm reading some of these comments. We're gonna start wrapping up. Maybe a few more questions, guys. This has been phenomenal. I want to show you nothing but respect. You work hard, right? If anything, my value to you is like I want to provide value, maybe pushback, maybe a little challenge, because you know yourself. When you advertise and lead with that, you're gonna get attention. You're gonna get, and maybe you're comfortable with that, right? Like some people ask me why I do what I do. Do you like controversy? Do you like? Sometimes we have to pivot and find better ways. Maybe tomorrow you wake up and say, you know what? We're gonna only sell highest roofs possible, and now it's a $510 billboard. Like who knows? But today, that's the conversation. I really respect you for calling and answering the questions. My question to you is, one of my last questions is there a line where the being the lowest bidder stops making sense? Like, in other words, what's your threshold? Where's the red line for you? For a lot of people, a lot of roofers, they'll walk away. For example, people say, can you waive my deductible? No, if you want to waive deductible, I'm out. Or like 350, 400. Like, I get it that you're trying to help as many people as possible, but what's the bottom line? What's your red flag? I'm like, you know what? We're out of here. We can't help this person.
it crossed my mind at one point that being the lowest company out there, it was not fun. So I started realizing that as I was not doing it no more to make a ton of money or make a lot of money though. I was feeling I started feeling good when people started telling me thank you, you saved me this. I was at the end of my I don't know what I would do if you would never came to my door, give me hugs, appreciate what I've done. And that made me change my mind and say, no, I want to continue being that person. Because money only can go so far. And hugs and people and people feelings and people smiles, they go a long way. And I started to do that through church, through a lot of all the different uh, uh, network and church. We use that and local communities, man. There's people up there, single mom, widows, old people, older. You know how many people take advantage to senior citizens? That they're the people that the 80s, that the kids now around, they live out of state, and that is, somebody then close to us, they got a bid for somebody for $43,000 for a 23 or 33 square roof, and we did it for like 14 something though. He got tears in his eye. He cried. Our old man. Yeah, he said, man, unbelievable. He was ready to pay it. I had
Well,
numerous times where homeowners call the contractor and say, hey, cancel the contract. I go into the bank and avoid the check that I gave you 3 days ago. I do that a lot. And that's what is here, though. Not everybody is, yeah, I started to be in a roofing because I saw there was a very profitable industry. But now I don't see the industry that way. I turned to be a roofer that I love what to do. I love the roof and I love to put smiles on people's face. So it's okay if I'm the lowest bidder. It's okay if instead of make $3,000 profit because I'm profiting $100 to $120 a square, I'm prepping 45. Still paying my light bill. I still bring a piece of bread home, and I'm good. I'm happy.
Do you
As
have
long as it's not a cost.
do you have enough to cover not only liability but risk if something major happens, like, you know, it's also risky business, like, expensive jobs, like something, sometimes you take a, $8,000 project and the roof leaks, and now you have to spend $150,000 on, like house get on fire. I mean, who knows what can happen on the job site, or accidents
Happened
happen.
before. It happened before, and actually, it happened. It was not on the silver package. It was on a house that we was doing it, and it was 0% rain. And we opened it. We removed the shingles that fell, and the deck was exposed. And at a small shower, it rained for 3 minutes. I mean, literally maybe 2 minutes. And we ended up changing sheetrock, floor.
It was 28 grand.
Yeah, 38, 38,
Yeah, out of pocket.
38.
And that was years ago, so thank God it doesn't happen very often.
And if you go to us to those Facebook comments, we can find it on our Facebook page and Pride Roofing, what the homeowner said. Said, hey, yeah, they was doing my job, my house leaked, but thank God I used Pride Roofing though, because they put my house back like it was. So having leaks and having this experience is not a bad thing. You can turn a problem to a good thing, and that's what we did with the homeowner. He was very upset because our insurance company not going to cover. He said, "Hey, we got to go through your insurance." She heard comments before or do research what contractors do. They're doing you a job, a $13,000 job, and then you end in putting 40, 50,000 in the interior. Most of the contractors they run away. And she was so proud that Pride Roofing stepped up and said, hey, don't worry about it. We bring sulfur to the house, we dry it out, we got the certificate, we paint the walls, we remove some shingles, we replace some floors. And she was so happy. I said, look now. I said, this is bad and good. And she's like, why? I said, because now you got an option to pick a new color floor. How many years you was looking at your floor? And she's like, oh, 12 years. You never thought to change it? He said, yeah, but it's expensive. I said, now you got the option. Pick a floor color. He was so happy though. And we was drinking coffee on her driveway.
Yes. But in that case, see, a storm chaser would have never came back. Or Bubba, we call him Bubba, working out of his pickup truck, he'd never come back. This is our community. Hey, we make a mistake, we'll go look that customer in the eye and say, we're going to fix this. We're not charging anything. We're not going to make a general liability insurance claim. We're going to pay out of pocket. That's what we did to fix that lady's house.
Yes, correct. Yeah, we're not going to hide it.
Got it. All right, guys. It has been an hour. Absolutely love this episode. For our listeners, comment below what you guys think. I want to invite you to my studio to do it in person. We booked for like 2 months, but we can do it sometime in February. I will see you at IRE or other RoofCon or other shows. Personally, I don't give advice on my podcast, but I'll share my final kind of two takes. One is like what I don't like maybe is I don't like the fact that you don't pay yourself commissions, right? Like for me, it's a red flag. And personally, I know exactly what you do. Like as a business owner, I've done it myself. Many people do it, right? But the reason I think it's a bad business decision, because if you want to scale your business, you want to do everything like if you would not be in business, your business will survive, right? Like that's one thing that kind of red flag for me, but I also get it. We offset it with your charity work because you said it. You're helping widows, older people who, if I'm doing a charity work and I waive my commission, I can understand it. I have sympathy, empathy for it, so I understand it. But as a business, it cannot be a business model. Like, hey, I'm not getting paid and that's how I can afford it. So that's one. And two, I do have concerns about your profitability because I cover news every week and you can be the greatest guy, but I just covered the news out of Florida a couple of weeks ago. Company filed bankruptcy because of OSHA fine. So, accident happened on the job site and they send them $750,000 fine. In our industry, you can get major lawsuit, class actions. I mean, if Cambridge will have problems and you have to come back, there's only so much we can do. You can be the honest, the best heart and do the best you can. But sometimes you install a bad product and now you have 300 jobs to fix and you can't. You don't have a capacity. You don't have big pockets because you've been cheap or affordable for many, many years, and now you just didn't. So that's my concern. But besides that, keep up the good work. I wait for you to come to my studio, do it in person. I'll shake your hand at RoofCon or IRE, wherever shows you guys go to. Thank you so much for being brave and open, because many people hide and block and they don't want to talk to haters. And you face it. This is what we do. We're not shy about it, and I respect that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, we've been around 10 years. We're not going anywhere,
Thank you.
We're not fly-by-nighters. We're here. This is us.
Thank you. Thank you so much, man. And
Okay.
we look forward to come to your studio, though.
All right. Sounds good. We'll arrange it. I'll send you some open dates and let's put it on the books.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Man.
Thank you, guys.